know your wedding gown was average at best, when I'd rather see the fashion show than your wedding. Y'all ready to talk about it? Cue the music. Oh yes, bitches and hoes. I'm back.
I drop a player like it's nothing, it ain't working out. Now no debate or for discussion, bitch, I'm walking out. My time is money, I ain't loving, let you toast it out. Flip my weave and walk it out. Look how I just bossed it out. Now come on, baby, why you bugging? We can't talk it out. I keeps it moving, I ain't tripping, lost another spouse. I'm just a boss, it's in my blood, no, I won't scream or shout. Grabbing my keys.
Cause oh yes, bitches and hoes, I'm back. Back with another video. We here to discuss Real Housewives of Dubai season 1 episode. Shit, what was it? 8? Yeah, I think it's 8. If it ain't, it'll be right down there in the description. And we gonna call this one the fashion show shut down Stansberry wedding. Girl, now that's out of pocket. Let's get into it. So the episode opens up. Caroline Brooks is still arguing with Sarah that she insulted her parenthood. Girl, listen, girl. You asked that lady and she just told you, bitch, you ain't got no goddamn, no feelings towards your child. I don't understand. You asked her. I'm not doing that. We already said you asked her. But she said you insulted me in my own home. No, you asked for the insult in your own home, if that's what you feel. But Sarah feels like she didn't do that. She just told her that you need to be more affectionate. Because Brooks was like, you trying to say I wasn't affectionate? She said, I didn't say that. I said you need to be more affectionate. That's what I said. Don't misconstrue it. But you know she's going to do that. But Caroline basically says Sarah isn't owning up to her mistake and basically wants her to take the doggone mistake that she insulted her and on purpose and all that stuff. And Sarah is standing on her square saying, I ain't doing a goddamn thing. I said what I said, and it is what it is. So now Chanel comes over to tell the girls dinner is about to start, but you know she had to sit down and get the tea. So Chanel asks Sarah, did she let Brooks know that, hey, it wasn't intentional? It was really just her just giving her advice or giving her point of view. And she said, yeah, I told her, but, you know, she's just trying to twist the conversation up to make it seem like I was attacking her, and I wasn't. Now, listen, we didn't know, Al, I didn't realize at this point that Brooks was drunk. No wonder she's that demon come out of her. You know, it gives some kind of Illuminati vibes. But that heifer was drunken in the Cooter Brown. But she over there drunk saying, she insulted me, and the way I parent, you can't do that. That's a culture, you can't do that. And I'm like, girl, if you don't go home, go lay, Brooks, go lay down. You definitely need to lay down, because this is not a good look for you, fat. But she said that, Sarah said she said what she said, and she ain't taking it back. But Brooks get up and holler, she leaving. She said, because, you know, I'm not standing around here, I'm going home. Well, you probably need to leave, because you need to go lay down. And then Lisa said, Sarah should apologize. She said, because, you know, you don't really, you know, come off by telling people how to parent. Well, was you there, Lisa? The girl ain't telling her what she ain't already asked for. You get it? Anyway, and then Brooke also say, not Brooks, and then Lisa also says that Brooke should never come to an event drunk like that. And I say she shouldn't, because she over there being loud and looking crazy. But Chanel and basically Lisa have the same idea that you don't tell black people, especially black parents, how to parent their kids. And you know what? That's probably what's wrong with black people. Maybe y'all need somebody to come in and say, wait a minute, what if you do it this way? Or, you know, maybe the things you're doing ain't right. Because black people act like we the best parents on the face of this earth. We got a lot of childhood trauma coming out of these black households. Let's not act crazy. Move to the next scene. Well, dinner is starting. Caroline and her husband Sergio make their grand entrance. Stansberry lets us know that she got her way with the seating arrangements. That, you know, her husband Sergio just said, well, you know what? I'm going to let it ride. It is what it is. Sergio said, it's cool, you know, my family not sitting with me, but they right here at the table behind me, so it's cool, I'll let it ride or whatever. You can tell he wasn't really trying to feel it, but he had to do with the wife, the husband with the money, say, you know, what she need him to do. Brooks is on her way out talking about Sarah don't know what she started. Well, what you gonna do, Brooks? Let's move on. Stansberry is basically saying Chanel is wearing a veil and outstaging her. So, you know, Stansberry goes over to Chanel and says, girl, what in the hell is you doing? I thought it was a veil, but it turns out it's just your blind hair. But heifer, you out here looking better than me. You got a train on. What is you doing? And Chanel was like, honey, I would never outstage you. This is your day. I'm a black woman. I can't outstage you. They can't mistake me for you. Because, you know, Stansberry was like, they over there thinking it's you. I got people asking me if who you are and is you the bride and everybody telling me they outstaging me. Duh. Stansberry, you too plain for that. Stop acting crazy. You know you can't invite no supermodel to your shit. Now, do I feel like a part of me feels like Chanel is doing that on purpose? Absolutely. That's the level of petty I would be on if I was her. But it is what it is. You invited me. It ain't my fault you wore that bland ass shit to your dinner. Girl, you should have chose better. Anyway, so basically Chanel said she always looked good and she would never try to outstage her. You know, it's cool. Her friend come over there, you know, and all that stuff. The girl, I don't know the lady name, the one from Chicago, but she gonna get slapped. That's if you ask me. But yeah, Chanel was like, I'm gonna let this one slide because it's her wedding dinner. But she gonna stop playing with me, talking about Stansberry. Stansberry ended up going dancing her night away or whatever with Chanel. Nina basically has to leave early because she gets a text from her brother. She don't know what the text is about, but she figuring it's something to do with her dad. So she's got to leave early. The girls are very supportive of her leaving early. I think that's great. She's hoping that everything is going well for her father. I hope that everything is going well for him too. But Lisa gets in her confessional and say, listen, I don't know why Stansberry's over there hollering, you know, Chanel this, Chanel that, we're upstaging her. Girl, you got to bring it when you invite somebody like her to your wedding. That's what I said. She said that girl is in couture day in and day out. She said if it was me at my wedding, I would have just brung it. Period. Let's move on. We move to the next scene. Nina goes check on her penthouse. So her husband bring her to check on her penthouse to kind of get her mind off the stuff that's going on with her dad, which I don't think we got an update on. But Nina walks in and don't like the fact that it's a whole bunch of upgrades and stuff that's been done that she didn't know nothing about. This was supposed to be her penthouse. This is a 3-story, 18,000 square foot penthouse that was all hers. She had already put the design out, said what she wanted. But when they go check out the stuff, girl, the walls, the floors, they adding, they taking away, and she feels some type of way because she was like, listen, you already got another house that we done built, a building for you, just for you. Like, why are you taking my project? This is supposed to be mine. And he was like, man, look, this is for us. This ain't for just you. Like, we're just trying to do something good for each other. Nina don't like it. Because Nina was like, you know, this was supposed to be my thing and you stepping in on it and that's not cool. Like, you should have let me keep my little own designs and all that stuff. And plus, she feels like it's going to cause them to have to wait longer to move in. See, she don't want to be like Toya and them. Toya and Anila and them from Basketball Wives, Married to Medicine. She don't want to wait 3 years to get in her house. I don't blame you. I wouldn't want to wait either. But so they get outside to her Zen area and she finds out that, girl, it's your Zen area / my office. Because we had to take some stuff from the other places. So now she's really mad. But she's really more upset because her husband has had a battle with COVID before. And he's been sick. And he almost lost his life. So she feels like he works too much. And having another office will not be good. Because it's just going to promote him working more. She wants him to slow down a bit, right? She said she's already had the scare with her father. She don't want to have the other scare with her husband as well. But he's a man, and you know, men are very headstrong, and he's probably going to just have the office anyway. I understand why you said what you said, but it is what it is. You can't, especially no successful man, girl, you can't hold him down. He's going to die making money. Let's move on. It's 6 hours to the wedding. And Caroline and Sergio is in bed. Ain't nothing traditional about that. I thought she said she was traditional in that sense. They in the bed chilling. Either way, her daughter and the assistant comes in and runs down the itinerary of what's going on, and we find out the people is dropping out of the wedding left and right. Girl, everybody said they ain't coming. Chanel ain't coming because she's got the UAE fashion show. Lisa dropped out to go support her friend. Brooks dropped out. Girl, she said she down 20 people. 20 people didn't come to her wedding. I'm sorry, y'all. My head itching. But she said 20 people didn't come to her wedding. I said, damn. She said, you can't just invite somebody at the last minute, a week or two before, because people got to be prepared for that. That's a fact. But that's a sign, girl. Everybody dropping out. I'm just saying. But Sergio gives her a beautiful bouquet. One of the most beautiful bouquets I've seen. And it's her wedding gift. I think it was a pair of earrings or whatever. That was so nice. That was super nice, Sergio. Go ahead on. You know how to pick out women's things. Let's move on. We move to the next scene. Chanel gets ready to close out UAE fashion show. So she's closing out their 50th anniversary. It's fashion week out there in the Dubai streets. And her son is there and he's walking in the show. And she's super excited. She wants her son attached to her hip. She tells him this horrible knock-knock joke, and he's just like, Mama, you are weird. But Nina and Sarah arrive to the wedding on the flip side. So they arrive to the wedding, And Caroline basically is over there saying Sergio is a bridezilla. Duh, he is the bride. That's typically how brides do. But they start the ceremony. And she was like, listen, I'm not religious, but I'm going to have a religious ceremony. Well, how is that when you don't know everything that entails a religious ceremony? Child, they up there and they say their vows. Now listen, we just came off of Brett and Judy giving the most sincere, beautiful vows of all time. Sergio wrote his vows. He was asking her in the bed if she wrote her vows, and she was like, leave me alone with them goddamn vows. That girl got up there and said, quote, I'm very happy to be your wife. I love you. And attempt to kiss him. That was her vows. Oh, Caroline, you need to go down to see the Wiz, the Wizard of Oz, and get you a heart. We're going to ask the Wiz for a heart for you, because this ain't, we got to go off to see the Wizard. Something ain't right. I'm sorry. Anyway, so basically she attempts to give him a kiss, but they weren't ready for that. And Sergio, you know, they give their kiss, and you may kiss the bride and switch the rings and all that stuff. And Sergio said that she's the wife he's always imagined. One with money. Let's move on. We move to the next scene. On the flip side, Lisa and Brooks is over there at Fashion Week, and they backstage with Ayan to say, hey, girl. First of all, Lisa, girl, you slayed your looks, girl. Lisa is me. If I had money, I would dress like Lisa, girl. But Brooks basically said she didn't want to go to the wedding because she didn't want to cause no drama with the stuff with Sarah. Lisa gave her confession and said she'll always choose Chanel over anything, so it was a no-brainer. She just wasn't coming. Period. Said what she said because she's going to support her friend, as she should. But on the flip side, Stansberry's at the wedding, and she's telling Sarah that Brooks not coming because she didn't want to start no drama. Sarah over there hollering toxic. Or was it Nina? I want to say it was Nina or Sarah. I'll be getting them mixed up. They over there hollering she was toxic anyway. Don't call a black woman toxic. Don't do it. But anyway, so then we flip back. Chanel's over there said that she was mad at her dress. She's telling the girls that Stansberry was mad at her dress. Like, she was really in her feelings about me having my dress, you know, and I'm looking better than her. But she got to understand I am a black woman. I'm a black woman from infinity to infinity. I don't know if that's how she said, but y'all get it. She was like, girl, it's going to be easy for me to outstage you. All I got to do is flash my skin. Outstage or upstage or whatever you want to say. But she was like, girl, it is what it is. She's just in her feelings about it. But Lisa was like, maybe she'll learn from you because you are that girl when it comes to the fashions, as you should, or as you are for that matter. So the show starts. Let me tell you, this show was everything. The Dubai, I don't know if it was a Dubai theme or a desert theme. Chanel's son is in the show. He looks, ooh, with that thing on his face and that makeup, he looked just like his mom. Girl, your son looked just like you. She in the back so proud and so fiery and so just like, oh my God, it's my son. I would love nothing more than to be with him. He's so great. Girl, it was amazing. On the flip side, Stansberry's back there changing into her reception gown that looks like a doggone, I don't know what that crap looked like. I ain't like it. It was plain. It was very plain Jane. I mean, it was regal, classic, but very plain. Anyway, her daughter's back there telling Sergio, look, you done cried 8 times. Enough is enough. Chill. We done had enough of this shit. We don't want to see no more tears coming from you, Sergio. That's basically what the daughter was telling him, and he had to shut up and get it right. So now, they introduced them, and they said, all right, you got to do the first dance. Now, Caroline claims that she does ceremonial and religious shit and traditional stuff, but she didn't even know what the first dance was. Girl was hella nervous and awkward. Somebody, can we get some of our friends up here? No, it's just for you and your husband. Girl, please, did you not watch any weddings? Did you watch an episode of Bridezilla or something? You had to say yes to the dress, something, girl. This just don't make no sense. But anyway, they go sit down, and basically Caroline is like, listen, marriage is something crazy. It's funny. It's fickle. I was married when I was 25, so I was super young. At that time, all I cared about is making sure my husband was okay. But this time around, it's a bit different. I get that. I was married young as well. That's why I'm divorced. But she was like, you know, this is a different time around, and she's able to think more and do more for herself. I'm all here for it. The daughter gives up and give her speech and said, when my mama brought home this 25-year-old man, I thought he was just an aggravated friend that came around with a broken hand. Doing all kind of doggone shady age jokes and all that stuff. But she did end up saying that, you know, she's happy that he's there. He makes her mother happy, and the children like him, and they wouldn't have it no other way. That makes Stansberry really happy because she was like, it's hard to win over 3 children, and I was actually able to get Sergio to win over all 3 of my kids. So that's big for her. I'm here for it, girl. Go ahead on. On the flip side, it's time for Ayan to walk out, and Ayan killed and slayed and killed and ate and threw up and ate it back up again. Okay? Girl, Ayan, that's going to be the cover for this doggone video. You look way better than her. And her dress was cute, but girl, it was like watching Communion versus a doggone, I don't know, but it just wasn't giving. It wasn't giving. Girl, Ayan, Chanel, your dress was everything. Your walk, your look, everything. Girl, you are very much so a natural. Anyway, it's time for Sergio to get up and give his speech, and he makes mention that he's ready to push her around in the wheelchair. Girl, he's ready to take that insurance money. I hope you got a doggone prenup, and a good one, because he's ready to push you around in the wheelchair and sign your checks. And I don't mean the ones that deposit. I mean the ones that for the withdrawals, if you get it. She's like, he's always bringing up the wheelchair thing. Duh. Everybody knows why he's there. The daddy give up and give a speech, and for the life of me, I didn't understand why they ain't have no doggone subtitles. What was that man saying? I had no clue. I'm sorry, I didn't know. I just didn't have a clue, and I'm not even trying to be mean. I really did not know what that man was saying. So Sergio was like, it's time for my wife to get up. She had no speech prepared, so she just got up there and said a couple of words and sat her ass down. Let's move on. We move to the next scene. Stansberry, Sergio, and their friends go out to eat lunch. Now, this is where they're going to meet Chanel and Lisa, and it's going to be all Caroline's friends. Now let's start here. Caroline's friend, I don't know her name, the shady heifer, that heifer. Who you think you is? Because when Lisa arrives, she see her giving the and I ain't gonna hold you, Lisa. I wouldn't have thought you was from America neither. But the friend was like, oh, so you American? And she's like, yeah, because she was shocked like me. Like, girl, why is you acting like you? This not how we act in America. So she was like, well, what part of America? And she says, Miami. So she sits down. She was like, I'm from Chicago. And she said, yeah. She said, are you spicy? And for me, I was thinking, well, what you mean spicy, heifer? What you trying to say? Am I spicy? What you mean? Elaborate. What you mean? But Lisa was like, yeah, I can be spicy. I'm a bit spicy. Her friend says, well, you can't be too spicy. You got to have the level of spices when it comes to Caroline. And like Lisa said, that's why we're going to always bump heads, because ain't no bitch going to outspice me. Call me the head of the Spice Girls. Say what I said. But as this is happening, girl, Chanel walks up looking like she came from the next fashion show, girl, in a doggone fuchsia gown, draped, coming the L. Do y'all put a fan in front of Ayan when she come out in these dresses, girl? I'm talking about, maybe it's the slow motion, girl. The train on the dress is flowing behind her. And I'm like, this girl done it again. Girl, I was weak when I saw that. When she come in and give Caroline a kiss, Caroline was like, I'm here like you. I ain't got no shoes on, or whatever the case may be. The friend was like, well, where's she going? Where is she coming from? Like they say, ask her. You won't know, ask her. So anyway, Chanel sits down, and she sits between the messy girlfriend and then the messy guy friend, because they came in a little bit, either before or after as well. And the girlfriend was like, girl, you be upstaging my friend, and we don't really care for that. And the guy friend was like, yeah, because I ain't gonna lie, last night I couldn't tell who was the bride. I didn't know who it was. Them helpers being messy. But like Lisa said in her confessional, girl, this is Dubai. We do everything big fat. You gotta either be ready or get lost. That's just what it is. It is what it is. So they asked her if that was the dress she would have wore last night, and she said, girl, they're talking about Chanel. And Chanel said, no, I would have wore a bigger dress. Oh, girl, if you came out of that wedding, Chanel, listen, Caroline, you should be lucky Chanel didn't make the wedding. She helped you out, fat. At least people was able to notice you now. But that brings everybody up to being like, that's not cool. Whatever. And like Chanel said, she's Caroline. I can't upstage her because she's Caroline. Shade for girl. We are not the same. We can't compare. But basically Chanel's getting her confessional and says she like all her friends except the girl. We don't like her neither, Chanel. But Lisa said none of them were making it in Dubai because we do it big out here. That's how we do. So Chanel asked Sergio if he cried. Girl, they said Sergio been crying all day and all night. And Chanel getting her confessional and said, girl, people cry for a lot of reasons. Some of them ain't genuine. He could have had gas and was crying. Girl, I was weak. So then they start talking about having another kid. So Chanel asked Caroline if she's gonna have another kid. Her friend on the other side, the female friend, was like, well, I don't think you should because you got really sick last time. You had preeclampsia. You damn near almost died. Having another baby, especially at this age, would be very, like, complicated. It would be horrible for you. Well, Caroline is insisting on getting pregnant. They can't do IVF because it's doggone, what do you call it? It's illegal in Dubai. So to have somebody carry a baby, a surrogate, it's illegal. So you can't do that. So there is no other choice but for her to have the kid. Why don't you have somebody have the kid out there and then you just adopt it? I'm just saying. But yeah, she's here for it. The friend said she don't appreciate, well, Lisa, I think it was Lisa. Was it Lisa? Lisa's whole thing is it's not okay that Sergio is willing to risk Caroline's life for them to have a baby. He trying to cash the check early, girl. What is you saying? Duh. But, you know, she said she gonna do it for her man. So if that's what she gonna do, Lisa said, girl, y'all may as well enjoy y'all years and keep it moving. Y'all don't need no damn churn. That man is trying to get to the bag. Like the women do when they get the doggone, you know, athletes and all that stuff. They had them kids to get to the bag. I ain't mad at them. Have your baby. But it is what it is. Let's move on. Brooks is sitting down with her mama. Her mama done came over. She said her mama normally come, well, her and her son normally go by her mama every year, at least twice a year. Or her mama comes out there twice a year, and then her son and her goes for Christmas, but they're not going to go this year. So for this reason, the mama ended up coming hanging out there. They over there looking at pictures and reminiscing and all that stuff. And Brooks tells her mama that Sarah basically said that she was a shitty mama. She didn't appreciate that, and you know, she didn't have that to do. Now we find out here the mama is from Honduras, and that hit a little different because you know my ex-husband is from Honduras, so I know all about the Honduran people. Honduranium, I can't remember. I know all about y'all. So Caroline said when she used to be inside her house, it was like being in Honduras because it was very traditional to that. So she has a conversation with her mama, and she was like, you know, that's not okay that she judged me as a woman, as a mother. You know, that's kind of a big deal. And the mama was like, well, you know, you're right. She shouldn't have did that. Caroline then says, you know, I was drinking. And the mama says, see, you get that liquid courage and you start acting crazy. So now we know Caroline, when she be turning into a demon, she probably be drunk. That's what it be. She be drunk. That's the only thing I can say. But yeah, the mom was like, that liquid courage gets you all the time. But she asked her mom if leaving so young and being so far away from her had anything to do or could have been a deciding factor in what she's going through or what she has gone through. And the mama said, well, yeah, because, you know, you left and went so far away. It was troubling for me, but I had to let you spread your wings and fly, like Mariah Carey said, you know. But then the mama said she glad that Caroline let them know when things were going awry in her relationship, and this causes Brooks to start breaking down, crying, talking about she ain't ready to have that conversation, patting her fake cheeks. She ain't ready to have that conversation and whatnot. But then she get in her confessional and says she went through a lot of abuse with her ex-husband. But we want the tea. We don't want to hear about what you want to talk about. We want the tea on what was going on with you and your ex-husband. But the mama said, girl, look, you did what was best for you and what was best for you at the time. And she was like, that's, you know, I can't blame you for that. Brooks' whole thing is she's so strict with her son because she don't want him to make no mistakes. Girl, you can't avoid that. That's just gonna be what it is. You, no matter what you say or what you do, them children gonna go out there and do what they want to do. The mama even told you gotta let go a little bit. You not gonna stop them children from making no mistakes. Cut the umbilical cord and let go his hand. You get it? Anyway, but she said she left the marriage with nothing and struggled with her son. So can't nobody tell her what the hell she doing as far as being a parent. Well, I mean, if they call a spade, it is what it is. But Brooke ends up saying it's time for her to start being open about her abuse and whatnot. And I'm here for it because I would sure like to hear the tea. Anyway, that was the end of the episode, girl. Look, Brooks, you gonna ride this whole thing out that Sarah just insulted you like you didn't ask her for that, and it's just driving me. It's really upsetting me and my homegirls. Y'all drop down in the in the comments, and let me know what y'all thought about this week's episode of Real Housewives of Dubai. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, check the notifications. Oh yeah, and y'all, follow me on TikTok, Voodoo Doll TV. It's the same. Follow me, y'all. That's where I be putting all my tea and stuff at, all my good shit. Follow me on TikTok. Y'all don't forget to do all that. And I will see you hoes later. Bye.
Mr. Carroll. How you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.